Just waiting for both players to ready up here. There we go.
And there we go. Okay. Valently picking Lizard Toad as his tier 1 choices, looks like.
Alright, the two colors here are red and green. I'm going to go ahead and reset that just in case you accidentally typed purple. Nope, definitely wanted purple. Okay, that's fine. I respect that.
Well, there you go.
So Deadbones already the heavy favorite to win here. Going for Squirrel, Mole, Skunk, Falcon, Sniper Balloon, and Badger. A very strong build right now in this patch, I think. Those Skunks are going to be able to deal with any Squirrels. Of course, Valently doesn't have Squirrels this match, but we're seeing Toads for the first time in these quarterfinals here.
Oh, that could be interesting, yeah. Valently going with Owls. We haven't seen much of them since the first week when Chu used them, but I think they have a lot of potential. So going to game 1 of Valently versus Deadbones. Valently to the north end of the map in the red, Deadbones to the south in green. Looking at the map, Deadbones definitely has a very strong position on this map, with really close expansions.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn on this dual commander visibility so you can see what both players are seeing. You can see some of their scouting patterns as well. Of course, I don't know, Hunter, do you want to talk about scouting a little bit in this game while we're waiting for the action to start?
Yeah, definitely. That's something a lot of newer players don't manage to get to grips with quite as quickly. It's a little bit, it's got a few nuances to it. Scouting is really important in this game. Yeah, this Tooth and Tail is quite unique in the fact that you always have a scouting unit available, and it is your commander. Lots of health, so you can survive a lot of fire, and can go pretty much anywhere without dying. So really important to see what your opponent is doing, and your commander allows you to see that very easily.
Yeah, we're seeing Deadbones here go for a 6-farm Warren, I believe, if I got my timings right. And Valently going for about 7-farm Lizard. Looks like both players have scouted the whole map. Of course, scouting timing is as important as running around the map. You know, when you scout is as important as seeing what's out there. So a lot of players will put down their first farm, go out and scout, and then when they have 44 food after that first farm is built, they'll burrow back, which gives you just enough time to build the next 2 farms, or to build a warren, depending on what kind of strategy you're going to. Valently's going to jump straight up to 2 lizard warrens and a toad warren here, which is the toads are going to do well against Deadbones squirrels here. Those toads did recently get changed. There's an AoE nerf, so they don't do 5 damage across their entire explosion area. They do 5 damage against the first unit that they hit.
I think it's 12 damage, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. They do 12 against the first unit, and then a quarter of that to all the other units around them. But here we go, first engagement here. Toad's going down, but Deadbones' Mole is doing a great job of tanking some of those hits. All of the frog hits, and Deadbones gonna just take down this expansion here, denying Valently's potential contain.
Those toads being absorbed by those moles on the front line. Almost all of those moles. Almost all of those toads got absorbed by those moles. Really strong strategy versus the toads. And it looks like Deadbones is just going to work up his amount of squirrels and his amount of moles and maybe just push in to win fairly early on. That NG nest doesn't really last too long against the tankiness of the mole and the raw damage output from those squirrels. It's a really strong combination. And Deadbones is pretty good at it. We've seen him do that in a lot of games, and it seems to be his preferred strategy in the early game.
Valently going for ferrets. I, as a player, am not great at using ferrets, so I tend to have a negative view of them in most matches. Is there an advantage to having ferrets in this matchup right now? There's only one building out on the field, and it's Valently's.
I think ferrets are really strong at being able to just poke your enemy, maybe get 1 or 2 hits every now and then, and force the enemy into making a brutal engagement where his moles and squirrels, in this case, will be able to completely dominate. And right now he's pushing forward with his moles and squirrels and is going to completely wipe out Valently's base, it looks like.
Without any kind of place to defend, yeah. Looks like Deadbones is going to take this first game 1 right away. So very quick, a nice timing attack, losing, or winning, pardon me, those first 2 fights. We saw kind of the same thing happen twice. We saw Valently try and take an early mill, maybe contain or get some map control. And Deadbones, with those moles out in front, tank some of those toad hits and calmly dismantle Valently's army.
Yeah.
Continue to push forward.